Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Fry Plantain, and today we're going to be talking about Timmy No Breaks. As I'm sure most of you guys know already, Timmy No Breaks is a rather popular comedian from Kill Tony. And yes, a few weeks ago, during a live taping of Story Wars, which is hosted by, of course, Big J Okerson and Louis J Gomez, Timothy No Breaks got into an altercation with Matt McCluskey's wife. And as I'm sure most of you guys know already, Matt McCluskey's wife is a black lady. Apparently, she used to be a police officer. So the story goes, Timothy No Breaks, Tim No Breaks, Tim Stifler was throwing a lot of jokes at Matt McCluskey, talking about his wife, talking about this, talking about that. And Matt wasn't having it. Apparently, this was big news. This skipped right past me. I've only just found out. So yeah, we're gonna check out the video. I believe a few comedians were talking about this 2 days ago or 2 or 3 days ago. So let's check out this video.
So I arrive. I changed my flight so I could go do Story Wars. Full disclosure, didn't go well. I didn't have a great set.
By the way, people got actively mad that I didn't know what Story Wars. They were like, "Why are you lying, John? You don't know." What
Yeah, Johnny, why are you a piece of shit?
Never heard of it.
Why are you a piece of shit, Johnny? So, anyways, Louis J Gomez is like, show up by 9:45. So I had to change my flight to get in there earlier. I get in around 4. I head over around 9. I get to it. I'm like, they still don't know me, the security. So I'm like, I'm in the show. They're like, okay, go up. I'm Sam Tripoli. I'm in the show. You go upstairs. I go into the green room. It's packed. These are skanks, Joe Rogan's crew. Everybody's in there. Rogan isn't there, but everybody else is there. Tim Butterly's there. Timmy No Breaks there. And I go sit down. Tony comes in. We hug. We talk. Matt McCusker comes in.
Wait, Timmy No Break. Is that Timmy No Dice? Is that the same guy?
No. Yeah, well, yeah, that's basically the same guy. Nice guy. So there's frantic energy. Now, I never met Matt McCusker face to face. I don't think so. So I wanted to introduce myself to him.
Okay.
And the room is just chaotic.
Where is this? Texas?
This is in the green room of the mothership.
Okay.
So I go up there. I go up to Matt. He's talking to Tim Butterly, and I'm like, "Hey, man, hi, I'm Sam Tripoli. I want to introduce you." He shakes my hand and walks off. I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
What do you mean? Like, didn't say anything? Just walked off?
He just said, "Hey," and walks off.
Okay.
But let me tell the story before you get upset about it, dude.
Okay.
So I go sit down. I go, okay, I don't know what's going on. So, anyways, I start looking around at the green room, and I notice it's really crazy energy. Like something just went down. Right. So I start listening, and Tim Butterly can't stop laughing. So supposedly what happened was we were in the second Story Wars. The first Story Wars, Timmy No Breaks, Matt McCusker are on the panel with a chick. I can't remember who was. But anyways, Timmy No Breaks is making jokes about Matt McCuster's black wife.
Damn.
And Matt is like, dude, you're going to get punched in the face, dude. If you keep doing this, you're going to get punched in the face. And he I don't know how long it lasted, but he made a couple jokes. Anyways, afterwards,
on the show.
On Story Wars.
Okay.
Afterwards, Timmy No Breaks and Tim Butterly are talking in the hallway at the comedy mothership. When fucking, dude, I normally wouldn't tell these stories, but it's so fucking funny.
Okay.
So Timmy No Breaks talking to Tim Butterly. Matt McCuster's wife walks up to Timmy No Breaks and just fucking clocks him, dude. Clocks him. Full clock, bro.
Really?
Clocks him, dude. Bang. She used to be a cop, dude. She's very pretty. Used to be a cop. She gets boom and just full gets him, dude. Hits him. He's kind of shocked. They break it up. He's up there at the top. He's in the green room going, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? He goes, I've never been hit in the, he didn't say this to me, but he's saying it to everybody else. He's like, I've never been punched in the face before. And I'm like, oh, so it's a good thing. This is a good thing for you. It's great to get punched in the face once in a while. So you know there's consequences to your actions. And everyone just couldn't believe it. I guess the next day they made up. But it was the funniest story I've ever heard. Everyone could not stop laughing.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing about Kill Tony comedians. Now, we all know Kill Tony comedians are known for pushing that racial line. We know that. We know many comedians have gotten famous off that. We know that many comedians from that Kill Tony Austin scene love, they love using the N-word. They love crossing that line. And of course, I've talked about this before, context is everything. Sometimes, even black comedians sometimes make jokes about, white people and different cultures and Asian cultures is understandable within the context of comedy, within that world. Sometimes it can be permissible, it can be understandable. We want to hear these jokes, It'd be boring if we didn't talk about different races and different cultures. However, sometimes you do get comedians from a certain crowd who do push that line. And of course, Timmy No Breaks, I don't know why I keep on calling him Timothy. I've always been a fan. Check out my early videos, made multiple videos of Timmy No Breaks early on. I was one of the first people to make like an actual long form video about Timmy No Breaks. But again, like I said, people have been getting irritated. They've been getting annoyed with Timmy. We all know he was doing an Andrew Dice Clay impression early on, and he's still kind of doing it. Some people are saying, outside of that, what are you really doing? Where are the jokes, Timmy? Where are the bloody jokes? Anyone else feel bad for Timmy No Breaks? I just saw the Kill Tony regular show for the first time tonight. Didn't expect much on a Tuesday. It was kind of a small crowd, but by the time Timmy No Breaks came on, he did 1 minute of his normal shtick, then went into his impersonation of a normal white guy, Tim Stifler, and unfortunately, all his jokes as himself was super lackluster. It seems like his material outside his Timmy personality just aren't good at all. I don't know what his long-term plan is, but he either needs to fully own the shtick or get really good at writing actual comedy. It's almost embarrassing how he plays off the whole how much time do I have left without doing any real punchlines whatsoever. Not trying to hate on him, but it can only last so long before it gets old. What do y'all think? Now, 98 people have upvoted that and 117 comments. People seem to be tired of the guy. And the fact that he would get punched, like a full-on punch, by Matt McCuster's wife, it just shows you that, yes, some of these comedians do go way too far.
That fucking Matt McCuster's wife just clocked Timmy No Breaks.
Do you think she thought it was going to be like the movies and he would just fall down dead, basically?
Listen, I got nothing but love for Matt McCuster, and his wife is badass. I mean, dude, he's like, dude, my jaw hurts. I was like, so next night I did my thing. He's there. I'm like, what's up, dude? And I made a apology to him because I was one of those old heads that was like, he's doing dice. He goes, I get it, dude. I totally get it. I go, I'm sorry. You're a really nice guy. He goes, I'm sorry we had to meet after I got punched in the fucking face. So, yeah, dude, that's it. He got fucking Waffle House, dude. He got fucking Waffle House.
That's so crazy, dude. I bet she thought his head was going to explode like in the movies.
I mean, dude, if she used to be a cop, she can fucking throw, dude. Fucking... Yeah. It
sounds like she cheap shot at a guy in the face in the hallway.
Nah, dude. It was a great... Hey, dude, he's better for it.
Yeah,
he's better for it. So that's the story, dude.
I don't think you should sucker punch people in the face.
I don't know.
And as a woman, there are no consequences to you.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Nothing, dude. He learned a lesson.
I feel like if this was any other situation, you would be saying what I'm saying, but because
totally. But I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing, but That's shitty. You shouldn't go around punching people for telling.
So I had to come back and tell. I'm sure I'm gonna get in trouble for telling because I haven't heard anyone tell the story yet.
I guess if it's your wife that's being insulted, you have every right to make a move. You have every right to completely, decimate that person. It's your prerogative to do that if you believe you're being insulted. If that's your wife, why not? Of course, it's comedy. It's in the context of comedy. You shouldn't take things too seriously. You shouldn't be sensitive. But depending on the joke, apparently, this individual, this comedian Dubs General, actually dropped a comment on one of my latest videos, and he has some beef with Timmy No Breaks. So let's check this video out and see what he has to say about Timmy No Breaks, because I don't know what's going on, guys. There seems to be this insane backlash with Timmy No Breaks right now, and it's kind of blowing my mind. So let's check out what this guy has to say.
It's gonna be an interesting one, okay? So get your popcorn ready right now. Let's get into it. I am happy. Yes, I am happy that somebody finally put their hands on Timothy. I'm glad someone finally put the pause on Mr. Stifler. I'm not calling him by the other name because that is a fake, fictional character. I want to speak to the man himself, Mr. Tim Stifler, whatever it is. I'm happy you got your ass handed to you. Shout out to the Black Queen. Listen, no disrespect to Black women will be held on my watch. I'm not doing it no more. Not doing it no more. I'm out on the street and y'all talking wild to a Black woman. I'm not liable for what's gonna happen to you.
Let's keep it 100 though. Let's keep it 100. Of course, I know I'm gonna get hate for this. I'm not gonna get hate for this, but let's be honest. When it comes to comedy, when it comes to Austin comedy, there does seem to be that element of punching down when it comes to, hey, sir, racist. I'm just saying. And, for the longest time, not just Austin comedy, but comedy in general, Black women do tend to be on the losing side. They do tend to get a lot of the hate when it comes to comedy. They do, a lot of those painful, hateful jokes do seem to be aimed specifically at Black women. I'm just being honest. I've heard a lot of these jokes. So I can kind of understand why, Timothy would get those punches. I can kind of understand it.
And y'all talking wild to a Black woman, I'm not liable for what's gonna happen to you. I'm done. I'm done in this umbrella of, oh, it's just jokes. Okay. Hello? Hey, yo. Yup. I know. That's what's going to end up happening. Because, okay, let me explain. I don't like Tim. Never have. Okay? Before all of the hoopla and the fake fuckery and the characters, before all of that, he was just little old bitch-ass Stifler. And we were in line at a club trying to sign up for an open mic. And there's this thing that was happening around the first year that I moved here where the females felt like they didn't have to wait in line. They could jump the line and go to the front. And all of these lame ass guys were allowing this to happen. And I'm watching it like, yo, I don't care just because they have a vagina and breastises doesn't mean that they should jump the line. They have to work just as hard as we do, if not harder, because that's what they say. That's what they say. But in this instance, these ladies went straight to the front of the line and were able to sign up first. But I, being the hole that I am, I said, well, if they're going to do it, I'm going to do it. And what they going to do, stop me? So I jumped in the front of the line. Now, the ladies go inside the venue. They get the pen. They start to sign their name. I get the pen. I'm in front of Stifler. Stifler is behind me. Stifler is behind me. I sign my name up and I stand there. I don't know what made me stop, but I stood there. And Stifler erased my name off. and signed his name and walked off.
Damn.
Now, before he walked off, he didn't walk off. He turned to walk, and I grabbed the pen. Because I'm like, you're not finna just erase my shit. I'm finna write my name back on there. So we re-tussling with the damn pen. This is in the middle of a long line of people, so there's witnesses.
A fellow comedian is not a fan of Timmy No Breaks. It's sad. It's sad to see. It's sad to hear because, like I said, you know, I was always a fan of Timmy No Breaks. Of course, he was doing an Andrew Dice Clay impression. I thought it was quite funny. I thought it was quite effective. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it's kind of sad seeing that so many. Well, not so many, but you know, it's kind of sad just hearing these stories and just realizing that although Timmy is a very funny person on screen, in the real world, he's perhaps a little, I don't know, he does seem to be getting into these awkward situations. I don't know why, you know, maybe he's just a little too offensive, a little too abrasive in how he goes about things. So yeah, interesting, very, very interesting. Hopefully these are just one-offs. Hopefully he doesn't get punched up again. Hopefully, you know, hopefully he doesn't try to scribble someone's name out on the bloody, you know, form or whatever, the register or whatever. Hopefully this, you know, dies down and we can get back to the usual Timmy No Breaks fun and excitement. But guys, let me just leave it there. Hope you enjoyed this reaction. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you later.